ready, set, and good to begin for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, everybody. My name is KG Prestige, and welcome everybody back again to another exciting edition of the PokePod World Podcast. And tonight is going to be a fun-filled night, I'd like to believe, because we're going to be talking about quite a lot for tonight. We got the latest episode of PM 2019 to discuss. We got the latest preview for what's going to be coming later this week for PM 2019 to discuss, and I know a lot of people are very excited for that. We also got some pretty interesting news and updates to talk about regarding the events that are currently going on right now for video games and jazz and whatnot that I think a lot of people know. Of course, you guys all know for a fact Pokemon Snap, the sequel to it, new Pokemon Snap has finally dropped. A couple of us had the chance to play it, so
except me, because the problem is it's like my copy didn't arrive because freaking Golden Week.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. A couple of us had the opportunity to play the game, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to see if anybody would like to share opinions about it, especially because I think, honestly, I think it's a pretty great game. We'll get more further into it as we get into the heftier discussions, but there is still quite a lot we can talk about before we get to that point. We can also talk a little bit about films in general, because there is a lot to go down for tonight with the film side of things, especially given the fact that Marvel had just came out recently with a sort of celebration trailer on their films, as well as trying to kind of get everybody excited in returning to cinema once again with Phase 4 of the Marvel Universe. Which honestly, I want to say right now, if you are a big Marvel fan, in my opinion, that was probably one of the best trailers that I saw that hyped me up to go back into theaters, man. The music that played in the background showing all the various film logos and all that jazz is absolutely astounding. I loved it. You really felt that like anticipation to kind of go back into theaters once again, once we're all done with this huge pandemic we're still in with the Backstreet Boys. So it's just like a little light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing, where it's like we're starting to kind of go back to the norm once again, and hopefully it'll be for the better. So other things to go and discuss as well here. I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk a little bit about it, and this sounds stupid, I know, White Castle for a bit. Cause
why White Castle?
Okay, so I just want to clarify, how many out here both here in the call and to those in chat had the opportunity to try out a White Castle in their life?
Yes.
All right. Well, TSS, I have another question. How long would you be willing to wait to see or wait in line for a White Castle meal?
Well, I'll tell you a good one. The longest I've ever had to wait was an hour and a half.
For a White Castle?
Yep. Because what actually happened was a couple of friends came down came down about several years back. We went to the freaking White Castle that was on 36 and 8, and it's still there. It was several years ago, and some guy ordered a fucking Crave crate and then two freaking Crave, Crave cases in front of us, so it was like 140 burgers in front of us.
Jesus Christ. Okay, now I understand in your part of the story, but I want to say, would you be willing to wait in line for 4 hours, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning, for some White Castle?
At that point, I go to another fucking location.
Well, buddy, I do I have some news to tell you, because, whoo boy, man, I discovered going on social media, people are waiting outside in their vehicles since 9 a.m. in the morning in Orlando, Florida, for the opening day in Orlando.
Oh shit!
The line is about
okay, I'm gonna say this right now. The reason why people are so fucking excited is because all of them are fucking from New York and New Jersey, and they want their fucking White Castles, not this fucking crystal garbage that's down there. Okay?
The line is a mile long, man. Well, let's just put that into perspective there. That shit is a mile long with the traffic shit.
Is that International Drive fucking 50?
I'm trying to see if I could find out where exactly this line is at. Man, but like...
Wait, is that Holy Land? Wait.
Let me see if I could find out. For White Castle in Orlando, Florida, it looks to be. I can't really tell where this area exactly opened up.
Show me it on the map, and I'll tell you because I'm familiar with Central Florida.
All right, if I can get you the information about that, I will. But bro, I saw this
Let me
shit
look
and
this up.
I was like, nah, man, you can't be serious, you for
Dude,
real?
no, but you have to, yeah, but you have to look at the context. See, you have that context. People will wait for that shit because people don't have that shit in Florida. And
I don't
it's
they
like
have something that's like an alternative? What was it called again? Crystals.
Crystals is shit. It's absolute shit in comparison. It's
Okay.
shit. It
Let,
is shit.
let me see where the location is at according to this. The Orlando White Castle location is about approximately 4,500 square feet and is significantly larger than most other White Castle locations. I'm trying to find out where exactly is. Uh 11595 Daryl Carter Parkway, Orlando, Florida.
Okay, Daryl Carter Parkway.
That seems to be one of the spots, man.
See, what do you say? 11 what?
595.
All right, let me see where that is.
I am
Oh, that's off of
beyond.
fucking yeah, that's off of fucking I-4. Yeah, that you know what that is? That's hold on a second. That is okay. What's that in Kissimmee? No, it's just south of SeaWorld. It's near fucking Holy Land. You damn right. It's
Would
fucking near
people
that
really
shit.
wait 4 hours for White Castle though? For
Yeah,
real?
and it's just outside of Disney because it's fucking yeah, it's just south of just south of the airport on fucking I-4 near 528. You go south and it's between freaking and it's just outside of fucking Disney property.
Wow. So yeah,
Yeah,
people
it's
are
like the
outside.
hotels
Just
and shit. Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I I'm amazed.
because I knew I fucking saw Holy Land. I knew I fucking saw Holy Land in that shit.
I don't know, man. I would wait in line for a couple of things, maybe a video game or two. Obviously, because quality and gaming content actually can last you for hours or even months upon end. But a White Castle we're talking about here, man. Things you could buy in the market, for example. I know
Yeah,
it's
but
frozen
the
food.
thing is though, it's not as good. The White Castles in the freezer section are not as good as in the fucking shops.
Damn, man, that's unfortunate.
I mean,
Oh,
it's still
Jesus.
good. It's still good, but but having it in the store is better.
Huh. So, what's your take on this? Apparently, it's considered to be the largest White Castle, I think, to date. Now, just in Florida, of all places.
Well, if I
I'm
was
amazed.
well, the thing is, I'm going in like almost about 2 weeks. But the problem is, if I was going to my uncle's place, then it would be fine. But
Mm-hmm.
since I'm going to like fucking Tampa, this is far, so I can't really fucking do this.
You can't really do
But
that one.
I mean, just to have a White Castle near freaking it's for the folks out there, it's in between Universal and Disney. It's like literally smack in the middle.
Hmm.
You go, it's like an I-4. It's like equidistant between Walt Disney property and Universal.
Huh.
And like I said, it's near 528. 528 goes to Orlando International Airport. So you can actually just get off the airport and just take a left and go to fucking White Castle. That's what it is. I mean to have it off of fucking I-4, you know that shit's gonna be that.
God, I feel
Yeah.
bad for the traffic that just resides in this area. Jesus Christ! What's holding down this goddamn line? Why am I like 3 hours here on hold? Oh, it's because people are trying to buy White Castle. Excuse me, what? White Castle? You mean I've been waiting outside
White
for
Castle.
White Castle? I thought this was traffic.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
that's what
Christ, man.
happens. I mean, that's what happens. Hey, people want the crave.
Sorry, I'm late for work. There was heavy White Castle traffic. Holy shit, man! This is some crazy shit.
Donnie, it's people waiting 4 hours in Orlando for fucking White Castle because they fucking just opened a giant White Castle on off I-4.
And boy,
Hey.
is it definitely something everybody's been going nuts all day today on social media. People have been going nuts about whether it's been worth it to go and wait outside for roughly 4 hours to get yourself a bit of White Castle. In my
I would.
opinion, no. But like, listen, man, people will do whatever the hell they want to do with their money at this point. So I'm not gonna say much on that. But
No,
still,
but
it is
here's the
hilarious.
thing. But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot of like I said, people from New York and New Jersey that are freaking like having the freaking withdrawal for not having White Castle.
The New
And
York withdrawal of White Castle.
it's the withdrawal of White Castle. There's some people that would I remember a few years back that said, "Oh, I would just take a crave case onto the plane to go down to Florida because they don't have freaking White Castle."
Good God.
Donnie, go to the fucking White Castle.
Donnie, you'll never understand it unless you decide to visit a White Castle yourself, and then you can give it your score. Unless you have, and your White Castle experience was horrible, because I know a lot of people, especially those here in the group, who enjoy, KFC. And I've just been emotionally scarred from ever having KFC in my life ever again, ever since I had that incident back when I was like, 7 years old. I think I told this story a bunch of times
Yeah.
beforehand about the story of the rat infestation that went down in my KFC location, which was horrifying, where they had to like get a bunch of like exterminators. Police sirens were pretty much blocking both sides of the corner of of the street, just so that they could just go have the exterminators go in and just pretty much annihilate that entire KFC locale. And I was like, bro, I ever since that day, man, I've never ever wanted to touch a KFC in my life. I know it's definitely probably gotten better, but that shit scarred me so badly, man. I just can never have KFC in my life. There are many things I can have. KFC most definitely is not one of them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really give much of an opinion on White Castle. I don't really remember anything about it, so I can't say anything on that part.
But White Castle,
What
it's
about
what
it?
you crave. We were just talking about it. They just opened up a giant White Castle in Orlando off I-4, and there was people waiting in line for fucking 4 hours.
Oh shit!
In
They
their
gonna be
vehicles, man.
smart. Oh
On the
shit! They gonna
highway.
be. Well, that joke's over.
Oh man, but hey Tyrone, how you doing, buddy?
No, Harold and Kumar actually don't do that movie good.
I'm gonna say, oh,
Watch
shit,
one.
they're
Watch
gonna-
one of the. If you want it, watch America Eats History on a Bun, the History Channel documentary from like 1998. It's a better.
TS,
freaking thing.
I don't think that Harold and Kumar is your audience. That's probably why you feel like it doesn't do good for you. It's a weed movie.
It's a stoner movie.
It's a stoner movie.
I know.
Your
It's
audience.
I know. It's like it's freaking Dude, Where's My Car? And
Yeah.
Freddie Got Fingered and all
Yeah,
that shit.
it's-
Daddy, would
it's
you
a
like some
stoner
sausage? Go
movie.
fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's a stoner movie. That's an apples and oranges situation. They just both happen to have White Castle in the movie.
Oh, is that the one where they want to burn that place down?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's burn this motherfucker down. Yeah, that's right.
Can we watch that movie one day, please? I've never seen it.
Of course we can.
Oh,
my
did
God.
KG need to go to Taco Bell? Hell no, man. I ain't going no Taco Bell.
That's because KG hates. That's because
No.
KG hates tacos.
No. I'm just thinking about that stupid joke, the Bionicle dude. It ain't gonna be a mystery if I get food
That's not
poisoning.
gonna be. Ain't gonna be. No,
Guaranteed.
yeah, ain't gonna be mystery if I get salmonella poisoning. It's guaranteed.
I swear that's great. Also, by the way, that in case you guys didn't know, that YouTuber actually started selling the plushies of Hippo bro, and I love it so much. I actually had to go out of my way to purchase one.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ,
Hey,
really?
listen, man, I want to have Hippo. Listen, man, Hippo is honestly the best character in that series, man. He speaks facts. You know what I mean?
They were
He speaks the
degenerates.
Oh my god. Hey, look, my favorite line that he says in that show is Bruh. But aside from that one, though, I think it's what was the saying again? Is like ain't nothing better than being. It's like ain't nothing manlier than being yourself, bruh. And I'm like, oh my god, this little hippo,
Not,
he's my
not,
inspiration.
not the Doritos, bro.
Spicy habanero.
They made those in '07.
Yeah, bro, I'm hungry.
Is there a Sonic in New York? From Evo question. They did have. Well, they have like two. Well, actually, they have two locations, or they had two locations. They actually opened up the first ever non-driving Sonic in Flushing off of Roosevelt, but because the Backstreet Boys had closed that shit down, it was only open for like 8 months. It's kind of sad. There is one open, I think, near Valley Stream, near St. Albans or some shit. On the the Sunrise Highway.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only. I think that's the only other. I think that's the only location that's in New York right now. But I ain't going to fucking. I ain't driving to. I ain't going to.
I ain't giving a fuck about
to go fucking Sonic. Like
Fuck
fucking.
that.
You won't do that for Sonic, but you'll do it for White Castle.
Yeah, but White Castle. I walked 20 minutes, and then I got my fucking White Castle.
True. You got that. You got that blessing of being 20-minute distance away from that shit.
The blessing of the dressing.
Plus both of the White Castle locations I'm near are open 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you can have White Castle whenever. I remember you actually came at one point in one of the streams with like White Castle at super late at night. I think it was.
Oh yeah, I've had fucking White Castle 2 in the morning. That shit's awesome.
That's actually when you're supposed to eat it. It's better at 2 in the morning.
Who eats White Castle at 3 a.m.?
White Castle. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Yeah. No,
it's the Blackbird meme. 3 a.m. time to not shut the fuck up.
Moe's is good, KG. You mean the one from The Simpsons?
Oh, you mean the Mexican place, the Moe's one?
Now,
I know what it's
White Castles has a dark side. Obviously, it's not all sunshine and roses. Let's just say, don't ever lift your covers after eating White Castle.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna gas your room. You're gonna gas your
it's the fart reverb noise, like oh man. So first of all, Tyrone, since you decided to hop on in just a little late, I just want to say how's your day been, though, buddy? Everything's all good?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Glad to hear, man. We're just poking around, having fun, talking about things. I talked about a little bit of Marvel earlier ago. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the trailer that they had just dropped earlier today, Tyrone.
For what?
It was basically celebrating us returning back into cinema in a way, to say that Phase 4 is kind of about to begin, starting this July with Black Widow, then showing off Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is going to be coming out in September. They showed off a bit of a teaser towards the upcoming film starring Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, and a bunch of other cast of folks out there for Eternals. And then they reconfirmed a bunch of films that are going to be coming out starting from late 2021 downwards to 2023, showing off Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness. There is also Thor, Thunder and Love. Let's see, we got Black Panther. They finally confirmed the name of the film. It's going to be called Black Forever.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever.
Which I think is a great thing, honestly.
So here's my thing. Also, Amy, I'm excited about Spider-Man too. The Black Widow movie. Is that just to pay homage to, Black Widow, the character? Because canonically, spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched Endgame, she's dead.
Yeah, so this movie takes place in between the events, if I recall correctly, of the Winter Soldier and whatever came after that.
Well, right, but I know it says Phase 4, and I'm like, there's no way she can contribute to it because she ain't breathing in Stage 4.
It's between Civil War? Okay, that's around.
You are Stage 3? I hope you make it to stage 4.
It's
I
between
will
Civil
let
War and
you.
Avengers, is what
Oh,
Chet's saying.
God.
So
Right.
I
So
don't see
I think
one.
it's just to pay homage. It's just like, hey, this was an iconic character in the Avengers.
And she never
Here's
got
one.
her own movie, so
Yeah. Here's one last salute to her before we move on to Phase 4 because you ain't made. She got nothing to contribute to Phase 4. She dead.
no, I don't think she does, but there are characters that are in
Yeah,
this
it's gonna be
film that
it's
are
gonna be
in.
the Captain America effect, where Captain America's the main focus, but other characters got their little shine in, which allowed them to flourish later.
Yeah, here's a fun fact. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier actually has a character that was supposed to have debuted in Black Widow at first, but because of the delay, the character showed up in the TV series first and not in Black Widow. So
I'm
now you're
still
gonna
working up
see the character in Black
I'm,
Widow now in this upcoming
I'm
film.
still working up the courage to watch that Falcon and Winter Soldier only because of the Captain America that's on it. Captain America, that one.
Yeah, Mr. What
Yeah.
was it? The guy from Captain America.
Yeah, the guy from Up. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's really hard to get the original Cap out of my head and adjust to Captain America. Like, it just really is. It's so hard. I know they're not the same, but it's
No, I
weird.
understand. Don't worry. But you will have to watch these soon
Dude,
because it has been
Becky.
confirmed that
It's part of the
they're making
universe,
a new
yeah.
Captain America film, so it's gonna
It's
tie.
part of the universe. So yeah, it's Captain America.
But they will touch upon this much later. You do have to watch it eventually, of course, alongside WandaVision too.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like finding out that your favorite soda is no longer at your favorite restaurant and it got replaced with like some weird off-brand soda. That
Oh,
doesn't
that's kind
taste
of like
the
me
same.
and High C when it was in McDonald's back then and
Yeah.
then disappeared.
It's like that. It's like
No, it's like expecting Dr. Pepper, but you get Dr. Pibb.
that's literally
exactly
the joke that I
it.
just said. But
But here's another thing though. So yeah, you gotta watch those, of course, and then we get into Black Widow. That's gonna be, I guess you could say, the swan song of Phase 3.
yeah,
Like
pretty
that's
much.
gonna be the conclusion to
Yeah.
it.
That's
And then
the only thing I could possibly think of.
yeah, so Phase 4 really begins with Shang-Chi. I will say, if you really do take a look at the trailer at the end, you'll notice how Phase 4 is really starting to become very, very different from all of the other phases that we've had thus far. Like I stated before, we're going to be having Shang-Chi, a new IP, another new IP under the title of Eternals. We're going to the third Spider-Man film with No Way Home. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be coming in, which is going to be tying into the events of WandaVision. Black Panther, well, actually, no, Thor, Thunder and Love, which is going to be bringing
I
us
can't take that title seriously because somebody put the next movie was going to be called Thor, Balloons and whatnot.
That does sound like a title for Thor.
Yeah.
I will say I'm very happy that Waititi, I think his name was, is working on that. The one that did Ragnarok. So I'm very happy to see him come back for Thor. So after that, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I've heard that a lot of the actors and actresses that are returning to reprise their roles in the film are saying that they're doing an amazing job.
Who's gonna be Black Panther? That's my question.
A Black Panther is still gonna be there, as in Chadwick Boseman Black Panther. However, because he's no longer,
we unlocked technology. I don't know.
no. Here's what we're referring to. Because of the unfortunate events that went down, Marvel does not intend to replace Black Panther with any other actor out there. People believe that Chadwick Boseman was indeed the Black Panther, so he will still exist in the Marvel universe. I'm just not sure as to how they intend to play around with that. We did hear that there is not going to be any CGI involved with trying to make a CGI.
What are they trying to do?
This upcoming story is supposed to be focusing on the world of Wakanda itself and the culture that surrounds it. You're going to learn more about Wakanda and just the people
They're
themselves.
They're gonna keep him in his outfit the whole time.
That I think might be what's gonna go down, but we don't know the full context of the story. But they did say that that this is going to be like a dedication kind of series for not only the Black Panther character and T'Challa, but also for Chadwick Boseman for being the one that gives the role of Black Panther. So it's
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
a
a
very
hard one.
difficult task, but I do believe that
It,
Ryan Coogler, was it?
I feel like we gotta. I'm sorry, guy. I'm just speaking from realistic standpoint. I feel like we gotta bite the bullet and recast, guys. Come on, that's the only way. That's the only way. I mean, I get it. I completely get it. But that character, if you're gonna use that character, you either shelve the character as a tribute, or you're gonna have to recast. You can't have both. The best of both. You can't have both. That ain't that. I'm sorry. We gotta. I'm sorry. We got Captain America.
No, but see, the actor wasn't. The actor is
I
still around. That's the thing.
know. Wait, no, he's not.
No. I mean, what is it? Steve Rogers, the original actor for him, he's
Oh,
still
you
around.
mean him? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
still,
around.
but he T'Challa's with Chadwick Boseman. His story wasn't supposed to end the way it did. If anything, you know what they could do is that maybe in the ending of the Wakanda Forever, like this is gonna be the final way to kind of wrap things up for T'Challa's character. Maybe pass it on to Shuri, but they want to at least explore the world a little bit more before we do the passing of the
Yeah.
torch, because
Okay. So
I think in a way it kind of feels a little disrespectful to just kind of like brush it to the side, but instead of trying to brush it, you're going to instead focus on the world to then lead it to the eventual passing of the torch to another character, which could potentially be Shuri.
let me break down something from another universe that's owned by Disney. Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars because they had a similar situation with Princess Leia, if you remember. The lady who played Princess Leia passed before they could finish, the entire I call it the Neo trilogy, the newest 3 movies.
Yeah.
So what they did in the second movie, I believe, they made a CGI Princess Leia and it looked awkward as shit, but they killed her off that very same movie, sort of to go, okay, she's gone. She's dead. Her and
Wait,
Luke,
wasn't
I
that the
believe.
one where she goes into Superman mode and just like starts
Yeah,
flying in deep space?
Yeah. It's that one. Yes. So they did that, but they also made sure that like she leaves the universe so that she will never appear in the Star Wars universe ever again.
But didn't she appear in the last film though?
No, she dead. She dead. She gone.
Oh, I thought she appeared in what was it?
No. She dead.
Okay, that's good.
Like the character died before the final one.
Okay.
My only thing I can think of is like they do a thing. The movie starts off with like a little mission that Black Panther has to do, and he stays in outfit. So obviously there's a stunt double instead of Chadwick. But he's in outfit the whole time, and he has to make like a sacrifice, and Shuri's there, and then she trains and becomes Black Panther in his place. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but who can exactly kill the Black Panther, though? That's the thing.
Oh, Black Panther has tons of enemies. You want me to list them?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, like, any that are present from the MCU, though.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah, fucked up Killmonger, so that ain't working. I can go back and find the list of like, because technically his other brother, the one that's white that was adopted into T'Challa's family, they could use him.
Someone said in the comics, Dr. Doom assassinated T'Challa.
Dr. Doom, yeah, they can use Dr. Doom, but then they'd have to bring the Fantastic Four into this shit.
No, the Fantastic Four is confirmed already.
Yeah, I know.
But wait, doesn't Dr. Doom get created with the Fantastic Four?
You want to know what my problem with the Fantastic Four is? I have PTSD from all the Fantastic Four movies. They are all. I don't think they've nailed one yet. All of them.
The original one was decent.
No, it's bad, KG.
Oh no, I know, but it was the best one out of all of them, though.
It's a good bad. It's a shining turd amongst crap. That's what you remember that one as.
It's so bad, it's good kind of thing.
Yeah, they didn't do any fighting in that movie until like the last 15 minutes. That's how bad it was. Like they were playing with orange juice and fucking around with their powers and snowboarding and doing dumb shit for like literally an hour before they were like, oh yeah, shit, we're superheroes. Like that movie was bad.
Yeah, not so Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four has not had a good movie at all. Like they've tried so many times. I think I'm just tired of them. I think just their very image gives me like post-traumatic stress because I'm like, no, not the four. away! Throw them away quick!
Fantastic Four going to be the thing that kills Marvel Studios, man.
It's clobbering time now! They're just so bad. I'm sorry. They're really bad. They have not had a good movie yet. I'm sorry. I'm sure Marvel can fix that, but it's hard. It's like telling somebody, no, we won't hurt you this time while still holding a bat. Like, it's just really hard to get to Fantastic Four and go, yeah, this will be all right.
Don't worry, you got till 2023 to witness Fantastic Four yet again, so.
Yeah. But that's my views on the Marvel universe. And
Black Panther, I guess.
I think with the Black Panther thing, I don't know. I'm just conflicted. I know, like, obviously, I'm gonna have to watch the trailer and see how things go, and I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. It's just really hard given the position that they're in.
Yeah, because even they were working on it, and I don't think they expected it to go the way it did. So. It's a situation that nobody had much control over, and I feel like instead they kind of wanted to do this as a way to pay respect to not only T'Challa, the character, but also pay respect to the man who brought the character to life, Chadwick Boseman. Because let's be real here, this man is a legend. He did do something. His actions in the film created something huge for an entire generation out there, and it'd be kind of hard to kind of just simply brush that to the side all willy-nilly like that.
I want Marvel to finally fucking buy X-Men so we can have a decent X-Men movie.
You're gonna have to wait till maybe Phase 6 to see X-Men, man.
I know. It's just like, man, man. Like, the X-Men movie started off interesting, and then they turned into ass.
Didn't they nuke some kind of timeline or something with one of the Marvel?
They don't know what timeline they want to do. First Class is its own thing, and then they did Days of Future Past, which blew up everything, and then they made Wolverine's various movies, and then I was just like,
Logan.
Y'all don't know what. Yeah, y'all don't know what y'all want.
But Logan is a good movie, though, from what I heard.
They said they could do a time skip. They can't do a time skip if they're planning to do, like, the cinematic universe of Marvel, can't they, Samurai? Like, I don't think they can, because it'd be hard to fit, like, young Spider-Man into a time-skipped era where Civil War exists, where Spider-Man and Black Panther were both in the same movie. I think they were fighting. Yeah, I think they were both on different teams. Yeah. Yeah, because Black Panther wanted to... No. They wanted... Were they on different teams? Yeah, they were on different teams.
But if they do a time skip, that's also going to affect all the characters in other films, too, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Guardians
no, I'm
of the
mistaken.
Galaxy.
Black Panther and Spider-Man were on the same team because they both wanted to kill Bucky. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird time, no?
Yeah. I mean, that movie was basically imagine all your favorite superhero action figures banging into each other. Like, that was literally the plot of that movie. I mean, yeah, there's reason behind it, obviously, but it's because I need them to fight. That's the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Phantom. He said Days of Future Past was good, but Apocalypse was garbage. Apocalypse was a big part of that movie, though. He's the villain.
So he was trash, then, if according to...
Right. He's the conflict. And then once you get done watching that movie, you go, what the fuck? Like, what? And then Dark Phoenix happened, and
we don't talk about that one.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Let's not talk about Dark Phoenix. I don't want to get sad.
All right. So,
yeah.
Movies aside, though, like I stated before, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and let's hope for the best for Marvel Studios, and especially with some of the other ones. Like, we didn't get a chance to talk a little bit about the Marvels, which is Captain Marvel's sequel film confirmed, which is going to be incorporating a couple of characters, one from WandaVision, and
Brie Larson.
Yeah, and Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and then a new superhero that's going to be joining in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Miss Marvel, which is going to be in connections to the upcoming Disney Plus TV series, Miss Marvel. So, in other words, you're going to be needing to watch that, Tyrone, if you want to get the full context behind the upcoming film, The Marvels. Mm-hmm. After that, we got, I believe it was Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania, which I'm very excited to see how that's going to play out.
I hate that time.
Let me see. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Already people are speculating that Star-Lord's going to die in that one, so let's see how that turns out. And then, of course, we wrap things up with Phase 4 ending with the Fantastic Four. So, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting phase. I really like this. It doesn't feel like there's like this really huge character in this phase, aside from maybe like Thor. I want to say and Spider Man. It
Mhm.
feels like they're taking a lot of their more B ranked kind of. No, actually, no, because some of them are also A as well. I mean, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's because they started off hard with the hardest heroes.
Yeah, and then now that we've eliminated those heroes, we got to start working on other ones as well. So I'm very happy. I think this is one of the most versatile list we got for phase. You know, we're getting
Mhm.
representation for so many. We're getting some new IPs coming in. We're getting sequels coming through, and of course, the films that we've been talking about do not have anything to do with the TV series out there, which is going to be based on like ones we already know, such as Hawkeye, Loki, as well as others such as Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. So there is still a lot to go and discuss for that when the time comes, of course. For now, I
Yeah.
still believe those are still early on. I know we didn't get information on Moon Knight, we didn't get information on Blade yet, but I'm pretty confident we'll see them at a later point down the road. So that's it for
Yeah.
Marvel talk, I'd like to think. So let's start talking a little bit about anime, why don't we, for a bit? Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, a little bit of some anime, why don't we? So, anime is one of the best things I honestly like to think out there. I think everyone loves anime. I don't know how much you guys in the chat approve of anime. What about you, Tyrone? Do you like the animes?
Nah.
Okay, never mind. I tried chat, but let's
No, I
see.
love anime.
Of course, man. Everybody got a little bit of anime inside
Well,
them. You
it's
guys
so
don't
weird.
realize it. Pokemon's an anime. Who knew?
It's so weird to hear when people say I don't like anime because it's like saying I don't like music. Because it's like anime isn't just like there's so many different types. So it's weird to say that. That's like saying I don't like food. Well, why? Because I don't like the way it tastes. All food? Like it's just weird. It's like hold up. It's such an odd thing to say. Like I heard people say I don't like the art style. I'm like, every anime isn't drawn the same. What the fuck are you talking about? You got animes that are 3D. You got 90s style animes, 80s styled animes. You got CGI animes. You got Studio Ghibli animes. You got like it's so weird when people say I don't like anime. I'm like, what a vague hatred. What a vague level of dislike. So
But
I don't know.
yeah, no, I understand. I wanted to talk about anime for a little bit because why the hell now? We got a little bit of time to kill for a bit before we get into the review for tonight. So let's talk about some of the ones that are ongoing right now. Let's talk about the snooze fest that I like to call My Hero Academia.
Hey, I like My Hero Academia.
Not this season, buddy.
I like this season.
Nah, this season is making me sleep, man. I'm
I like
sorry.
Shinsui.
I don't know, man. Having a flashback to what just happened earlier in the episode, or even happened like literally last week, I think is really stretching it, buddy.
And I like Dark Shadow's little flying thing, and I like the fact that and I like the fact that we get to see more of class. I like the fact that we get to see Class B. Holy shit!
Isn't this like the only time we'll ever see Class B though?
Yeah, probably. But I like when Deku is like nerding out over how Dark Shadow can fly. I like the fact that like they had that cool thing with Shinsui changing his voice on the little modulator in order to control people. That shit's dope to me. I don't know. I just like seeing shit like that.
No, I get you. I
like the fact that Momo's kind of cool now.
I think the issue with this is just mostly because of the fact that this is literally slapped in between two of major arcs that had just gone down recently. And of course the next arc is a lot of excitement coming through, especially if you know what's going to go down. There's a lot to be excited for with the upcoming arc. This is more like the calm before the storm arc, and honestly I'm not really down for it. I read the manga, so maybe that might be why I'm not really enjoying it as much with this one here. It's just more so like I didn't enjoy it in the manga, so I know I was gonna enjoy it in the anime. Well, that's just my take, though. I'm not sure. Maybe others here might enjoy it. For me personally, I didn't get a good kick out of it.
I think that's because you and a couple of others have watched the manga. Read the manga.
Yes, I watch manga.
Exactly. I think it's because you read the manga already. This sort of seems like it's low tier right now for you.
Oh, it's the lowest tier so far in the
Yeah,
entire manga series.
I'm watching exclusively anime, no manga included. So I don't know. I really like I like Sue. I like Froppy's plan, how she was able to improvise a plan. I like the fact that Kaminari is actually a lot more useful now than he was in the past. Because in the past, his whole gimmick was I use discharge, the move. And like now he's got like these cool little like amplifier things that are used. Kaminari's a lot more level-headed. He's a lot more critical thinking now instead of just I'll do whatever everybody tells me to do. Like I don't know. I see like an increase in these characters. Like even that episode that people didn't like, the first one where Class 1A had to fight off against the Big Three.
Yeah.
I liked that because it showed how much like Class 1A has like effectively made formations as a team. Like, oh, they're actually working as a group now. This is far from when they fought the villains in Japanese Universal Studios where they were scrambled all over the place and didn't know what to do until All Might showed up.
Huh. That is weird, isn't it?
No. That's how I look at it. Maybe I mean I don't know. It's like you said. It's perception. Like it's perspective, and I don't know. I just like it. I like seeing. I like that one of the Class B teachers like Class B is really destroying Class A. Stop with the biased commentary. Yeah, and then there's like more students showing up each time. They even got Todoroki in it. He looks bored as fuck. I love Class 1A as a family, so that's probably why too. So it's very rare that we get to see them all. Like I'm sure in the future we're going to see them all together less because the show only cares about Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku now. But like, it's cool to see when they're all together. I like when Deku busts out the book. I love that I saw the book again. I'm like, yes, the book. He's got the book again. Yes, and Uraraka's like, where did you get that?
Yeah, like where'd you pull that out from?
Fucking pockets. Oh my god! And then, like Deku's like, "Hey, Bakugo, your jacket looks cool now that you prepared for the wintertime. Shut the fuck up!" Like, I just love seeing everybody in the entire group like talk and be around each other and be legit. I like the fact that the leader of Class 1B is like, "Yeah, Class 1B is better than Class 1A," and everybody's like, "No, they're not." No, they're not. Shut up. Shut up. I like the fact that Kendo's an actual character I care about now. Like the fact that she's fueled by the fact to beat Momo because Momo's better than her. But in reality, Momo's worse. But so she's driven to be better. So they got an internal rivalry. I like this comic book dude where every time he does sound effects, they all show up as like actual attacks and they all do different things. I don't know. It's just something about it. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it.
No, I mean, as an anime-only viewer, you might be enjoying it. For a manga reader, I guess, because I know things that are going to be happening down, I just kind of want to get to that and not to this, because honestly, what's happening here doesn't feel like it really means much to what's going to be happening later.
I like this one joke they did with the sugar guy and Sero, where they go, the guy who does the sound effects, he starts attacking, and Sero goes, I wonder how this is going to translate in America. And he goes, like, I love that. That's funny to me. I like that. That's, I don't know. I just like that. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Well, that's a fourth wall breaking.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it. I like that the character. I just like how they're using the characters. That's probably what I like.
Yeah, like especially because it's been a while since we've seen
I don't watch MHA, but I want to see a clip of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find you the clip later. I think if we can, if possible, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, TSS. There's a guy who when he uses automatopoeias as his attack, like sound effects.
Of course.
Yeah, but he's using Japanese sound effects, so his bam sounds completely different than our bam because his bam has Japanese kanji and katakana in it. And so when he does it, like he'll say squish or bounce. And when he says bounce, literally he'll create the letters that make bounce, and whatever hits it bounces off of it. And I'm like, that's cool. So you're just gonna see these Japanese kanjis, and America's gonna have to find a way to make it work.
They'll find a way. They always have. I don't know how effective it'll be, but they'll find a way. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's my hero. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not really enjoying it as much. I think it could be better, but personally, that's just my take for somebody who has read the manga and
Oh,
just kind of want to
also,
get to the point already of what we're
yeah,
here
I
for.
know. I officially love Invisible Girl now. Like back then, I didn't really care for her as much. I get it. Her joke was that she's invisible. After that episode we just saw, I love her. Like, she just beat the shit out of this man. Like, what the fuck? And obviously, her like she turns invisible. That's her power. So if you see her outfit, it's nothing. So she's literally just out here naked. She's just out here. Poor girl.
Yeah, but the only thing I think she has is like her two gloves or something, or she's just straight up gone with them.
Yeah, it's just her two gloves. But then she took off her gloves, and when she takes off her gloves, she's untrackable. So she just
Yeah, but
beat
she just
that.
straight up knew. It's great. Oh
Yeah.
my god. But yeah, so there are things in this show that are fine. I just think like I stated before, it's just sort of there. But yeah, so let me see anything else here to talk about for the anime side. I don't know if we want to take a chance to talk about the $1.50 show and also talk
Yes.
about how this show has improved from episode 1 because I think we talked about this just a little bit last time, but I know a lot of
Yes.
people were thrown off with episode 1 in particular. But honestly, episode 2, 3, and even the recent one with 4, the way the show has taken its course with the characters has honestly been very entertaining to watch. I've genuinely had a
Yes.
hilarious time with them.
Yeah, yeah. They're going in a different order than what the manga chapters are, but that's fine. I mean, that's really, but like I
Yeah, it's
said,
a
they're
slice of
making
life.
them
I don't think we need to like
go
worry
in
about that.
chronological order. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the reason why is maybe because they're going to try to merge two chapters that could work together as one episode, kind of like what they did last time.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be what they're going to be playing instead of trying to make it one of its own single chapters, they're going to be making it more into like a merge kind of story and get the best out of it. Well, we'll see what we can talk regarding that. But the recent episode though, man, was oh boy. I feel bad for Senpai, man. If there's anything I could say, I feel bad for him because he's just being attacked by all these gals and like they just straight up embarrassed my poor man because it's like you've never touched an oppa, have you? You never touched a breast, have you? Right? Never touched boobs, have you? And then he's like, no, actually he doesn't say no. He says like unclassified or some shit like that. He doesn't give a response to it. So
They were degenerates.
yeah, so these two girls, man, Nagatoro-san's friends just straight up like getting to his face, just shaking their boobs in front of him. And then this man just gets off his chair and just starts dashing away until until one of them just gets like wheels for legs and picks up poor Senpai and force him to do some pretty horrendous stuff. And it's honestly very hilarious. I really do believe that you guys should give it a watch if you haven't had a chance to watch Nagatoro-san. It is so amazing, especially the expressions, man.
The expressions are great, but also the fact that in that same scene, Nagatoro says, I'll get you, bitch.
I get you, bitch.
But then, like, it just goes back to the same joke again, except this time with Nagatoro-san, because, like, what she gets is, like, Anpan, I think it is.
Yes,
And there's, like, two different ones.
Yeah, it's a regular one and the premium one.
So what I see is like obviously it's expected that this is season 1, so it's 12 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna watch it right when it hits 12.
Yeah, it's a slice of life. I don't know. It's
that way I can just burn through them.
but that ruins the experience because then you have to. It's like you gotta, then it gives like anticipation. You want to have the anticipation. This is a series where you want to have the anticipation.
Yeah, I feel like the anticipation of this show and just the shit that they make them do is honestly.
Yeah, but I don't also want to run into that reverse thing where it's like, I really want to know what happens. Wait 7 days. Fuck.
But isn't that just part of the fun, though? That's
then in the meantime, you read the manga like me.
But man, yeah, like the recent episode was great, but there was a joke in there that I just started bursting in tears when I saw this shit, and it was when like we were talking about the premium and the regular. So Nagatoro-san, she just straight up puts them. the bus. She starts saying, "Hey, let's have a test. Try to figure out if you can touch the premium and touch the regular where my boobs are at, and just squish them and see which one's the premium and which one's the regular." And then Senpai does it. Senpai squeezes the breast, but it's of course the unfun, so it's not. She's not actually squeezing it. But because he's doing it, for some reason, this causes one of the other ones that's on the other side of the breast, and the bread starts like sliding off. But Senpai doesn't notice it. So when he decides to actually touch Nagatoro's right side, he accidentally, well, you get the idea with that part, but it is hilarious what goes down.
The man copped the feel.
Yeah, but Nagatoro-san not saying Nagatoro-san's not saying a single thing about it though. Although she straight up beats the shit out of Senpai for it.
We're degenerates.
But nah, that was a great episode regardless. Though I had a lot of fun with it. I think you would have a lot of fun with it, Tyrone. Maybe the first episode I think will throw you off, because I really do believe if you're not much of a fan regarding like the dark humor and also just the way they abuse poor Senpai.
I love dark humor.
And the way they abuse Senpai.
I watch Konosuba.
Konosuba is not dark. It's light. It's all. Now,
he threatened to fucking rape Darkness. Obviously, it was a joke, but he threatened to do it.
It never happened, therefore, did it?
And she was into it.
But let me see what else I was gonna say. Oh, right. And then of course I had to talk about this because I'm really loving this show, and I talked about it last week, but man, it's just a disservice to never talk about it every week. Amity's one of my favorite girls now of all time in this show. Amity from Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, I want to talk about.
Yeah, the problem is I haven't watched the episode.
No, I'm not going to talk about the episode. I want to talk about the character, because I want to say this right now. Amity is the definition of a weeb. Like, she is straight up the weeb that you could think of, a weeb waifu, because she does things that I think most fans out there will do, and that is read the manga in raw and try to understand the context with the pictures alone.
See, the problem is she could only read it. She can't read it because they only read the devil's language. So it's like, oh, Iruma-kun can read Japanese. Okay, read it out loud for me. And it's like,
yeah, so what happens
is that running gimmick.
Yeah, but the gimmick about it is that Amity thinks that the Japanese language is considered forbidden text. So, which is why she can't read it. It's like a language that she is not familiar with. So she only can just understand what's going on via the pictures itself. And she's trying to make context of what's going on. And then during their debut, like in her debut with her and Iruma-kun, they bump into each other in typical format, where the boy and the girl bump into each other. The boy gets up and says, "Are you hurt or are you okay?" And it is an exact carbon copy of what's happening in the manga. But because she can't understand what's being said, she thinks it's a spell that's being played on her. And it just goes into like hilarious shenanigans. But honestly, Amity is like, she is this tall waifu. Like, if you ever like those kind of like waifu / husbando.
Oh, she's the class president.
Yeah, of course.
President.
But man, dude, she's just so beautiful and precious. I love her character so much. It's just great. Honestly, she has risen up there as one of my personal favorite waifus in anime out there. She's so cute to watch, especially because she wants to do all the typical manga tropes with Iruma-kun. We're talking about like being together in the fireworks or having a date, and even though she doesn't understand what the hell a date is, and nobody does out there.
Nobody knows what the fuck fireworks
exactly. But my favorite thing is, as TSS stated before, when they read the manga together, it's like tea time, and it's a funny way because it's like Iruma is all the way in the back with the manga book, and he's reading it like as if some kind of presentation to Amity, and it's just great. It's such a cute little dynamic between the two. It doesn't feel like there's much of a romantic thing between them two, just more like a genuine boy girl kind of friendship going on with each other, and I do love that
Oh,
about
and
the
and then and
characters.
then and the thing is though, then we have the gag that was from the end of last season to this season where it's like Iruma is freaking cross dressing and shit, and it's like,
Oh yes.
Cross dressing and shit.
Yeah, but to just explain Amity's
Degenerate.
character, she's like as Tiesa stated before, she's like a class president, so she's very stern, very royal and all that kind of stuff. She wants to make sure that demon kind can do what they want to do, without much trouble happening. Like she is very passionate with her job. So when you see the episode from last week happen and see what just happened to her character, and then watch this week's episode. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just beautiful. I just love this show so much. I feel so bad, honestly, that I neglected this show the way I did because I thought it
yeah,
was.
shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me and shame
you.
on everybody out there for sleeping on it. I went to go and check on reviews online as well just to hear what other people had to say after I had finished watching the first season. You wouldn't believe the amount of videos I found that just straight up say, I'm so sorry to Inuma-kun because people were sleeping on this anime. This is the anime that I really believe people should not sleep on. I think people would love it so much. It is like that typical 90s kind of anime feel to it. Like the jokes are from the 90s kind of way because there's this joke about like one of the fathers who has these glasses on. And for some reason, they keep breaking every single time he keeps thinking about something. But Iruma-kun is the only one that ever points out the fact that the glasses keep on breaking every single scene. And he's the only one asking, why the hell are these glasses breaking so many times? And it's the same one over and over and over again. Like Iruma-kun is like fourth wall breaking in certain scenes in this series out there. There was another one I completely forgot off the top of my head, but there are moments like this.
Also because a lot of the items, a lot of the food items or whatever items are named after freaking the devil and shit, hell things. It's like, oh yeah, it's like matcha, but ma is the kanji for like evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be like, yeah, matcha this. It's like instead of matcha, which is green tea, it's evil tea.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait to see where things are gonna go
I
for
want
this
some
season.
evil tea.
Actually, I don't think you actually have you seen the design of Amity though, Tyrone? Because I don't think you have actually, have you?
Spell it for me.
Amity. It is Ameri, and then of course write it with Iruma-kun just so you can get an idea as to who she is, and then just the difference between her and
Spell Iruma-kun.
Yeah, Iruma-kun. You know how to spell it, right?
No.
Iruma, then that little weird dash, and then kun. Kun.
Well, now I have.
Okay.
It's called a hyphen.
And now I'm a degenerate. Well, now I have. And now I'm part of a huge line of. I love her. Oh, it's orange and oh my god!
I'm telling you, man, it's like you can't sleep on her design, man. She is so precious.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. She looks angry. First of all, she's got like these little ears.
She has 4 ears in a way.
yeah, she's got 4. Two normal ears, and then like ears where her hair is.
Yes.
And then she's got like these orange boots.
Yes.
Yep.
But the stern look that you're seeing is just one side of her character. The moment you see her when she has a manga book in her hand.
Oh God, fucking Donnie, come on, man. No, sorry. No, Richie. Richie, what the fuck did you just do?
What did Richie do?
For chat. Well, actually, can they even see that? Because that's from a...
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm curious to see about that. But yeah, so... Yeah, her design, though. I just...
Richie. I see what he did now.
Okay.
I get you, bitch.
Did y'all miss me?
Maybe. Glad to see you around, buddy.
3% chance.
But yeah, so once again, Iruma-kun, don't sleep on it. Honestly,
Yeah,
give it a
Ida
watch.
Raccoon, you gotta
I'm
watch.
gonna
You have to
sleep
watch.
on it. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
You're missing out on great waifu material. Is what
No,
you're doing.
no, KG. I'm gonna sleep on it. The fuck?
Oh my god.
No, sleep
Night,
on
everybody.
it.
Good night,
What
everybody.
the
All right,
fuck?
mwah. There you go.
Yeah, I happen to know comedy a little bit.
I think you would like this show, honestly,
I
Tyrone.
dabble in comedy.
I genuinely believe you would like this show. I think it really
I'm a
fits you.
sucker. Well, I'm a sucker for Orange, so she already got me hooked.
Oh, okay,
Like,
well then there you go,
remember,
Tyrone.
KG, remember my favorite characters: Makoto Nanaya from Blast Blue, Daisy from Smash Brothers, Daydene, just in general. Like, I'm a sucker for the orange color theme.
Oh, well then you'll love her character, man. It's not only orange, like it's just everything. She's just beautiful, man. She's such a cute person, man. Especially when she starts reading the manga, it's like, oh my god, she's so fucking precious.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, so give it a shot. And to those that are watching it as well, I hope you guys enjoy the first season and also give the second season a shot. Season 2 is still currently going on. I'm gonna be honest with you, because given how people were sleeping on it, I didn't think it'd actually get a second season. So it makes me very happy to see a season
Yes.
2 happen.
So do I. I mean, that's what I wanted. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted out of this.
Yeah, so there we go. With that being said, I did notice we are finally now in the full hour mark. I think we managed to get some anime out of the way. There were some other things I wanted to talk about a little bit, but maybe if we have time at the end. But recently we were playing around on Terrell's channel and Tyrone's channel earlier in last week or late last week on Friday or Saturday. I think it was during your Persona stream, Tyrone. Where
Saturday.
yeah, I wanted to talk about like a cute little mod that's going on around the web lately. Voice mod, which is hilarious.
Oh, Jesus
Now,
Christ.
now I ain't gonna play with it tonight, but it is hilarious. So you guys got to check it out. It's great. So
Can you
it's
just
a
get it
cute
for
little
free?
mod. Huh?
get
It is
it for
a free thing. You can pay it as well if you wanted to get the license to have it, for you completely. But it is free, and they will swap voice mods every single day. So you always get something new that you wouldn't get before. But it is a lot of fun. So sometimes they'll gender swap you, or sometimes they'll make you sound like a baby, or sometimes they'll make you sound like some kind of DJ. Yeah, it goes. They even have a soundboard there too, if you want to, as well. Which we got.
Did you say soundboard?
Yeah, there is a soundboard there. Honestly, everybody that actually said when we were doing the stream, everybody, even Terrell and Tyrone, were saying, yeah, this thing kind of is like a Richie kind of thing. I'm surprised you don't have
Gimme.
this, Richie.
Gimme.
How the hell did you not know about this, Richie? I thought you would be the one to know
It's a
about this.
fucking wedding, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Hold on, let me get you the link, though. You can go to voidmod.net, by the way, or voicemod.net. I'll post it in the backstage for you. So you can check it out for yourself, and to those as well, you can go and check it out as well. If you go and visit voicemod.net. Hey, my man KG. Hey, there's Stevie. How you doing, buddy? And there is a YouTube clip there. I don't want to click on that because I don't want to accidentally play audio in the background.
Don't worry, it's the Noid. The Noid has made his return.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look at the Noids. The Noid. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, man. I tried to go for Domino's Pizza. And the Noid?
I just like the Oni plays where the guy does he introduces the Noid, but in the Smash Brothers voice, so it's like the Noid.
All right, then, everybody.
Post the clip.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god! Oh, what clip? Oh, Dottie posted the clip. Where's the manager? The Noid.
Where's the manager, man?
Oh man, but what do you guys say then? Shall we get into our review for tonight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get
All
it.
right then. So let's go and talk about the disaster of an episode from this week. And no, that's not meaning that the episode was a disaster. That's simply an Absol pun because Absol's a disaster Pokemon. There you go. I just want to play around with the disaster Pokemon theme. But now, let's actually talk about the episode in general. So, this week's episode of PM 2019 focuses on Ash and Go having head back home after the events of what went down last week, and now heading back to Hoenn yet again, this time without Koharu, to go and meet up one of their friends that they met early on in the series, Hoji, who was one of the characters that had fought against both Go and Ash in the Battle Frontier tower in the earlier episodes of PM 2019. And
Yeah.
we see him come back again. And this time we learn a little bit more about his character, where he resides in, as well as what he does in general, and the problem that's kind of going on in this area. That being, there is a disaster that's happening where the springs are not producing what needs to be produced, hot water and all that.
I thought it was Go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no, but Ash and Go decide to go and investigate the situation and try to see if they can find any sort of, resolution behind this whole mess and learn a little bit more about what's going on. So the episode in general, I think, was a nice way to kind of bring back the characters to Journeys. I really do love the character designs in Journeys, so it makes me very happy to see that we're starting to see them bring back some of the more unique design characters, especially with one like this. I mean, look at this Chad's hair, man. You can't deny the fact this man looks amazing. So I love his character design, and I was very happy to see him come back. I will admit, though, I was a little iffed at the fact that he didn't really stick around with the cast in this episode. I thought he would have been a great one to have had throughout the whole episode. I think it would have been unique. But he had to stay behind to kind of, keep the adults at ease, as well as...
wish... You want to know what I wish?
Hmm?
I wish that his uncle had a Pokemon and he wanted to go out and hunt the Absol, and Hoji, his job would have been to battle him off, to stall. I would have liked that a lot more, because then it shows, and then he could, like, if he's like about to lose the battle, he thinks back to like Ash's fight and picks up some strategies from that.
Yeah,
that would show that he's like, if he's gonna be a reoccurring character, I mean, pick something up.
I don't know if he's going to be a recurring character, but he definitely is a character that is no longer.
No, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna use him again, then use him that way. But it was mostly like, guys, wait, no, don't hunt Absol yet. Okay, what were you saying? Go. Something about a tablet. Okay, yeah, I'll go check it out. Like.
Yeah, so unfortunately Hoji was kind of held back to keep an eye on the adults. What a weird way to say that a kid had to...
I just wish he had stalled for time in a Pokemon battle. That actually would have been a lot better.
Yeah, especially because I keep seeing the Hariyama right there, and I keep thinking it's going to do something, which he does at the very end, which I found hilarious. But we'll get to that point when we get to that point. So yeah, Hoji didn't really stick with the cast in this one. It was mainly Ash and Go. Ash being in the sidelines. In fact, if you look at the episode, there are a lot of scenes where Ash is in the back and Go being in the front. And it makes perfect sense that this is the case, because this is Go's episode. Go's trying to figure out the situation. And I will admit, this episode, in terms of what Go, learns about and tries to kind of like play around with the ideas of that's happening in the area, like the disaster, the Absol theme. I love that Go is kind of thinking in a different mindset compared to everybody else, where he's like thinking, listen, there has to be more than, there has to be a more better reason for why this Absol is here. He can't just simply be here to just cause disaster. There has to be some kind of explanation for all of this. And I do like that Go is the character to do this, because that's kind of his character. He's the one that thinks differently from everybody else, which we never really got a chance to see much of in prior episodes. He's always usually been the one to kind of, I don't know. He's usually one to kind of mimic a lot of Ash's techniques, and not lately, I think Go's starting to finally become his own character here by providing his own sets of ideas and philosophies as to what he believes is the correct way, or, trying to learn more information about certain themes like the tablet and whatnot. So I enjoyed that from Go in this episode. I think that was one of the best parts about his character in this one. Then we begin to learn a little bit about the Absol. We see him slicing trees up, trying to kill the stupid green monkey. Already loving the character for that alone, so thumbs up for me for that, Absol. Wanting to eliminate the problem there. But yeah, so Absol's here. There's Glalie and Snorunt as well in the mountains, and a lot of people were thinking that maybe the Glalie were the cause or the root to the problem. Turns out that's not the case. They keep going further into the mountain. They find this giant rock. They blast the giant rock. They is saved. Oh, wait, no. What happens is that the rock didn't actually get blasted away. Pikachu's electric attack and what was it? Ace Burns, or otherwise known as the name that flew off the face of the earth. Goddamn, what was his English name again?
Cinderace.
Cinderace. There we go. Didn't actually go so well. So a little fire attack and a little thunder attack to the ghost.
Metaverse where TSS is the one saying the English name,
And I'm the one with the Japanese name. I know. But to be fair, I hate the Galar stars, so don't blame me on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I needed help with that. But yeah, so they couldn't do that. Absol comes in. He headbutts the rock. It cracks open. Steam blasts out. Go catches the Pokemon, saves it from getting burnt alive. And yeah, this is okay. So this is where I kind of want to put it on a pause for a second, because I know this is the big conflict that a lot of people have had.
Want to know before we get into that,
Mhm.
Megumi Hayashibara probably did do Absol's voice, because if you look at the credits, the only credit that she has is for Aceburn, so that means that she probably did Absol, because Absol does not have a credit here.
Huh, so that could be the case. Yeah, I don't think it'd be
Yeah.
anybody else at this point.
Yeah, and plus you hear you could tell it's Megumi.
Yeah. So here's where my conflicts reside in this episode with the Absol. Now, I want to say this. I liked Go's mindset here, because he purposely caught the Pokemon not for the sake of capturing it, but for saving it. So that way,
Yes.
when the steam and everything finally cooled off, thanks to the help of Cinderace, Go released the Pokemon and told it, hey, listen, you're saved. We took care of the problem. We both worked together. I can let you go now. He doesn't need to keep the Pokemon. I know that this is where a lot of people will be 50-50 on, but technically he already got the Pokemon in the Pokedex data.
In the deck, so that means you could just release it.
Yeah, he could release it if he wanted to. And Go was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to just release you and you can go on your merry way. This is where the divisiveness comes in. It's not Go's character that was the issue that people had. It was the way that Absol just kind of accepted it, because there wasn't really any chemistry between Go and Absol. The only thing that really happened was,
and he gets 2 minutes worth of screen time.
the only time they've ever shared moments together were confrontation scenes, and that's really it. But Ash was also there too, so wasn't there kind of a bond for him too, or well, what's going on with that? But the capture happens, and Absol's like, all right, I guess I'll just go with you. He nudges the Pokeball and gets caught, and he stays as that. And then that's where similarities begin to start.
アブソルが正しく図鑑に登録されます。
Yes, that's exactly a
Yes.
great way to do that, because guess what this episode reminded a lot of people of? Suicune. And oh boy, man, when you think about that, it is kind of unfortunate, but it does feel like a carbon copy or a knockoff of the Suicune episode, because think about it. How does this episode start? Ash and Go in the lab, heading to their destination, discovering a bunch of people who want to cause harm to a particular Pokemon. Ash and Go trying to resolve the situation. The only difference between that episode and this episode were when the captures took place and how it played out. Whereas with the Suicune episode, it was caught early, and then we watched the whole event play out. Whereas with this episode, it was simply watching the whole event play out to then eventually seeing the Pokemon then get caught. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I personally liked Go during the moment he wanted to release it. I didn't like the Absol accepting to simply be caught the way it did, because without
so
a
now
form
we
of a
can blame
bond-
Absol. Yeah, we could blame Absol, not Go, because it's not he wasn't intended.
Yeah, because
The
listen, man, if
episode
people
told you
are
not
going
to
to
blame Absol.
no, listen, if people are going to criticize, I just caught that.
That was such an icebreaker. Good job.
Oh,
Oh man.
Good combo,
TSS
boy.
is right. I'm just saying that's funny.
Yeah, I know. Like,
That was
listen,
an
man, if you want to criticize Go, you can go right ahead, but do it with the right mindset, because if you're criticizing the character for doing the right thing, then
there's
clearly you're not doing
There's
it right.
something wrong with you.
because Go in this episode was not in the wrong. In fact, Go was fine in this episode.
Actually,
he
I did
was
like
the
I
best
did
thing
like
about this episode.
Yeah. He actually went and he was analyzing everything about the mountain, and you actually could see like the actual progression of the way that they discovered everything using the tablet and then going up to the mountain and then finding the glalie and the Yukiwarashi and all that shit, that and finding the pipe frozen and then trying to figure out why the hell the pipe is frozen and freaking going to get the onsen thing as a progressive narrative, as a story narrative. It works out really well. It only knocked down a couple of tenths of points for me because of the ending, but it's not Go's fault. It's fucking Absol's fault. It's not Go's fault.
Yeah, we're in the Pokemon, man.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I liked everything about the episode. Well, not everything. There are still some things I will bring up later. But honestly, it's the way Absol decided to get caught is what threw me off for a loop, because it's like there was no chemistry. There was no bond.
No,
the only interaction they had with each other was whenever they looked at each other in the eyes and then trying to beat up a rock, which is also another criticism I had with this episode. Why did you think that it was okay to bring Mr. Fish in the previous episode in Hoenn, but none of your other Pokemon in this episode in the Hoenn region? Because it's like, there's a big ass rock right there. When did we see big rocks being crushed before in the past? I remember that was when we saw the Galarian Farfetch beat up a bunch of rocks before. And I was thinking to myself when watching the episode, hey, this would be a good time to, maybe show off a little bit of Surfetch. Maybe he only can contribute a couple of seconds, but that's what I expect from Journeys anyway. So let him have a little bit of fun. To be fair, there was a tweet I saw earlier ago that I want to bring up later, but that is hilarious. But no, I want to say, like, give Surfetch some time. Let's see that loyalty come into action here. And I was thinking, okay.
He evolved. That's over. That's gone.
Also, let me believe, man. I know we're 60 episodes in, but let me believe.
I'm using that Pokemon. He evolved so y'all can shut the fuck up.
You sure we or the Surfetch? Because I don't think
I'll never see him or that rival ever again. That storyline's over.
Oh, but we were so close, man. But not like for real. I was thinking the Surfetch would have crushed a rock, but then we see Pikachu electrocuting the rock, and I was like, wait, doesn't Pikachu have Iron Tail too?
Well, it's too it's too high. It's too high.
Shut up, it's Journeys.
It's too high.
You think so?
Yeah, it's too high.
Oh man,
yeah.
I would have loved to have seen some sweet combos where Cinderace kicked the shit out of Pikachu to lunge it over there. So that way you could have broken.
You're talking about a fucking boulder that's like 50 feet up. Yeah, Pikachu can't jump fucking 50
Okay,
feet.
what about Lucario's Aura Sphere? Or Gengar's Shadow Ball? Or Dragonite's attacks? Twister!
No. See, the reason why I was bringing up Pikachu is because I was like saying, well, since we're not going to be using the other Pokemon, because apparently we don't have them with us, might as well try to incorporate something from Pikachu. And we've seen Pikachu jump leaps beforehand in this show. So I don't think heading that close to the rock would have been that far out, I think. I don't know. I think it would have been cool. KG, you're asking logical questions. Just stop or hurt yourself. All right, I'm sorry. Nah, but for real, though, that rock, it's the rock and the Absol capture that really hindered my
I need a big ass rock, or maybe something heavy like a cinder block. Yeah.
I do find it funny though that a headbutt was what cracked the giant ass rock, though. So I don't know, man. That's just kind of me. Maybe it's just that mindset that I'm just having, where at this point Journeys is like that show where I'm thankful to at least see one of Ash's new Pokemon appear on screen for 10 seconds every 5 episodes. I don't know, maybe that's...
You'd be grateful to see his team.
By the way, that was a tweet that I saw that I was referring to earlier ago. But nah, I just wish there was something a little different for that. But pretty much that's really it. The end of the episode wraps things up, though, with like an ice bucket challenge, which I did find hilarious. I thought that was actually pretty great. And I did love that Ash had absolutely no idea what the hell the joke was on about. The whole dad joke, and he's like... huh? So the episode just kind of wraps up like that. And
Also, there was there was kind of like a misinterpretation because it's all about. I think some people were confused in the summary versus the actual episode. There's a difference between oji and oji-san and oji-san. Oji-san means uncle or middle-aged man, and oji-san means grandfather or old man. So probably what ended up happening was at some point they kind of had somebody not interpret it correctly.
yeah. But let's now that I got the story synopsis and stuff out of the way, let's talk about something else I wanted to refer to with Hoji, because I didn't really get a chance to talk about the more positive sides of Hoji. It was more so some of the cons, but there are some pros I love from this character. First of all, the dynamic he shares with Ash and Go I think is fun, especially in the Grookey scene. That scene where he wanted to get a handshake from the monkey while he's on top of the Hariyama, and you see this man just really trying his damnedest to get a hand.
He's struggling.
Yeah, and this Grookey's just looking at it, is like, it was great. I loved it. And then, like, I think Rookie just pulls him down or something, and he just falls straight to the ground. Like, that scene was great. I love that interaction between the Hoji and the monkey. And there are more of those throughout the episode as well that I noticed. But
also, you notice also in the early part of the episode, you also see the specific part of the tablet that's the stone hedge there that is important and vital was dirty and it was covered.
Yeah. So, like, they actually showed off that little bit there to kind of give you an idea. Okay, maybe we're going to be revisiting this really soon later, which they did in the episode. So,
can I comment on that one thing that TSS just said? Because it made so much sense now that he put it in perspective. I don't know if you guys have seen pitch meetings, but this is like whenever something very obvious happens, they'll say whoops, whoopsie. And the only thing I can think of is, wait a minute, the entire village decided to judge Absol based off of a tablet, but they didn't wipe it all the way clean to make sure it was absent. Whoops, whoopsie. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Whoops, whoopsie. It's so stupid.
Oh my god. Maybe if we had cleaned this tablet, maybe 90% of our problems could have probably been resolved at this point.
Don't you think the villagers should have cleaned the tablet off? Yeah, well, they didn't. Why? Because I needed the episode to happen.
Villagers, be dumb. Thank you.
Oh, that's very dumb of the villagers.
Ooh. So I know there. Let me see if there's anything else to bring up from this episode. I did like that Ash recognized the Glalie and the Snow Run. Cute little nod there. Nothing really extreme to that bit. But I did like how Ash was also kind of like indifferent to Go's idea in this episode, because I think Ash wasn't really keen on the idea about like that whole tablet thing being the solution at one point.
Right.
And Go was like the only one who was thinking that there might be some more explanation to it. So I'm really liking to see the little sides, the little differences that these two characters share. While they're very much familiar and alike upon each other, they don't necessarily always agree on everything every single time. So it's just a little small thing. I just want to bring that up. But overall, to me, in my opinion, if I really want to give an honest review to it, I'd say either a 7.5 or maybe like an 8. I did mention before I wasn't a big fan of the capture and I wasn't a big fan of the rock. But everything else though, as also like with Hoji as well, I did find enjoyable. It was great to see a character of the day come back. It was great to see the interactions there. I thought it was very fun. I would have loved to have seen or would have loved to have seen more of it. But I was happy with what we got. And the Absol, it was like, all right, it's there. We got that Pokemon of the day out of the way, so let's just go and move on to the next thing, But that's just my case. At best, I give it like a 7 or a 7.5. I think, like, now thinking about that Hoji, it made me go down by 0.5.
For me, up until the ending, it was like probably 8.3, 8.4, but it gets knocked down to an 8.1. I didn't hate the fact that Absol was in the ball. It's just that it just felt, kind of odd because considering, we had deja vu. So I'll give this one an 8-1.
All right. What about you, Tyrone? We haven't had a chance to hear your take on this episode, and I think now would be an appropriate time to hear your take on it and what you think of it overall.
All right. So there's some things I like and some things I don't like. Now, weirdly, the thing I like is Hoji coming back. I know for a lot of viewers, that's like, what? I'm usually the last one to really aim for the callback character. Or, if this character is coming back. Let me clarify. I like when unconventional characters come back. For example, in Best Wishes, I like when Kenyon was a reoccurring character. Why? Because we didn't expect him to be a reoccurring character. I thought he was just
totally not.
Yeah, I thought he was just a means to Oshawott getting over losing a scout chop or something. So I thought he was just a problem of the day, but he came back. I like when characters come back that we don't bet on coming back. Reason being is because this means Journeys has its own identity. It can actually be its own show. Why? Because that means that now the characters are coming back, but they're characters exclusively from Journeys. Now you're probably thinking, well, what about Farfetch's rival guy, whatever his name was? To me, that's not the same because he was basically a plot device for Farfetch. We knew he was coming back. From the way the narrative was set, we knew automatically from the moment Gallade kicked Farfetch's ass, we knew that thing was going to come back. Yeah. So we don't expect Hoji to come back because Hoji came around before the World Championships even existed. So as far as we're concerned, he was just an obstacle for Ash and the others to go above. Mm-hmm. I don't like that he wasn't utilized as much, but KG already tackled that. And then there's Absol. Let's talk about it. So one, it is cool that we actually get to see Absol and Ash go through that whole opening 6 of Absol using fucking razor wind.
Oh yeah. We see the modern version of the advanced adventure opening.
It's good to see that actually come around in circle. I'm not sure they were really referencing that. I think that was just weird coincidence. I'm surprised nobody talked about Absol's fucking voice, which is funny to me.
Like I said, I did talk about his voice of Megami. Yeah, it's Megami.
He talked about, but I'm surprised you guys didn't laugh as hard as I did when the thing was shaking its fucking head. Going,
oh no, I did in the reaction. I just didn't think if that was worthy of bringing up, or maybe you would have brought it up.
It's fucking hilarious, and I laugh at it every time I see it. I like the call. Well, this wasn't an intentional. I always call Journey's callbacks unintentional. I like the unintentional callback to OG. Remember when Blaine was fighting Ash and Team Rocket came in and blasted all the damn ice bombs? Well, what happens when you take ice, something that's condensed, and fuse it with heat that rises? Well, it creates air pockets. Well, what happens with air pockets? They explode. So you get your volcano, or as Ash called it, a snow cone. I like that. I kind of wish Go had set up Ash for that exact same riddle. What do you get when you take something frozen and condense it with something heat that rises? And then Ash goes, a snow cone?
I think it's because they already used the gag between both of them, so I guess that's why they didn't want to do it.
That's so old. It's in a completely different writing book. I don't think they remember the joke. I think they just were like,
was that a dub only thing, or was that also in the sub?
I want to tell myself that was a dub joke.
It had to have been a dub joke.
Yeah, that's a dub joke.
They were more serious.
Blaine did riddles, and the riddles don't translate well in English. So Ash would just say the dumbest answers he could possibly think of to our understanding. But to us, obviously, 4 kids found a way to make it hilarious. I like that Go uses, and this is what I liked about Go, and it's something I wish they used his character a lot more for. I like when he uses realistic science. Now, what are you talking about, Tyrone? Well, we've had Sophocles and Clement. They use technology science. But the thing about technology science is that it's fictional and it can be as weird as the writers need it to be. This is real life. What would happen? 5th grade elemental science. If you freeze something and heat it up, it will fucking explode. That is real. It's just like shaking a soda can and air pressure builds up. I think they actually used that as an example in the episode. But I like that. I like that Go is using conventional realistic science. That That's more in line with what I expected from him at the beginning of the show. But he rarely does it. So it's weird when he finally breaks it out. But when that happens, yeah, that's all good. Now let's talk about The Rock. Why does this Rock have its own segment? That's my question. This damn Rock. So obviously the problem here is that Go catches Absol right when the Rock explodes. And I like the idea that Go catches a Pokemon to save its life. I think I think this is the second time he's done it. Obviously, Absol, not Absol. Suicune, damn, that's how similar they are. Suicune's the first, Absol's the second. The problem here is that when Go did it with Suicune was already in imminent danger. I mean, granted, it's a Suicune and it could have fucking killed them, but whatever. Absol is in danger only because Ash and Go don't use their other fucking Pokemon to assist Absol in breaking the rock. So it's great that Absol was caught to save its life, but it's a tension situation that otherwise wouldn't have existed if they had just used other Pokemon. So it's like, well, why didn't they just use the other Pokemon? Because I need Go to catch Absol. Oh, whoopsie. It's very obvious that it was a setup. It was a very telegraphed setup. It's like, here comes the pitch, and Go catches it. Like, it was so obvious that it needed to happen so that this next sequence can happen. I agree with both of you guys where Absol is like, he saved me from Steam. Fuck it. Like, that's not a good enough
He saved me from Gabe Newell. Yeah. I am totally indebted to you. Right.
Honestly, I kind of wish Absol had chose to stick around to save the Glalie a little bit longer and protect them and just sort of watch over them. And then they can come back to Hoenn and Absol will come back. Like, that's fine. I mean, they come to Hoenn enough. This is the second time of them doing it.
In fact, they actually went back. They actually went back home and then went back again.
Exactly. So I would have easily liked it that way around. The Hoji wiping off the dust from the damn plot device stone bugs the shit out of me too, because it's like all of this could have solved if y'all just, clean the damn rock. I do like the scientific reason for why the volcano is going to explode. That makes perfect sense. It reminds me a lot of the Avatar: The Last Airbender episode, actually, where there was this lady that could see the future and the volcano is about to erupt. But Sokka keeps trying to prove that there's scientific reasons for why the volcano's going to explode. She goes, "We will not die by the volcano today." And they're like, "Oh, she predicted it. Must be true. The volcano's about to explode, but Aang and the others saved them." So they're like, "Ha, we proved you wrong." He's like, "No, you proved it right. We will not die for the volcano today." It was very funny to see that go down. So I like that everything sort of came full circle. It's just the problem was that Ash and Go have other resources of Pokemon and they're just not using them because this plot needs to happen. It bugs the shit out of me. It's tension without tension. And it just, also it pains me because we know we'll never see Absol for real again. So congratulations, Go. You caught a Pokemon that we'll never see into like 15 episodes. I'm going to give the episode a 6.5, leaning towards a 7. Just only because like it had good ideas, but the overall execution's weird.
Yeah, especially that ending. I think it's the ending that kind of just like
I feel like I said, I feel that as far as like a storytelling narrative, it's fine up until that point. I still say that the build up, the build up and the lore and then the progression of the story, I thought it was pretty good pace. The problem is the ending was the freaking decline. Well, I wouldn't say the inciting incident. The inciting incident was fine. It was just the climax and the post. That was
and there's a brief battle scene with Absol where Absol comes in and starts whooping Ash and Go's ass, and I'm like, Pikachu used Thunder? Okay. Nope,
I think it was just whooping Grookey. I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Well, Pikachu's dodging the attacks, and I'm like, what the fuck? Use Iron Tail? Like, are you serious right now? And then Grookey gets the shit kicked out of him. And I'm just like,
it was probably just they wanted a scene like that.
I'm just like, what is this? What is this? Why are you Ash, fight? What are you doing? Stop looking at him. Like, so true. And yeah, obviously they don't want to harm the Absol, but defend yourselves. Like, what is this?
Yeah, you've done that Iron Tail to the ground thing to create like this dusting in front of you situation before.
Like I'm yelling at my computer because I'm watching the episode and I'm like, Grookey, you use branch poke? And then he just falls and gets knocked out. I'm like, never mind. Damn. Like
damn.
But and poor Suicune.
You mean Absol?
No. Absol just beat Suicune up too.
Yeah. You guys wanted to see the Suicune joke of the week, but honestly, this was the Suicune joke of the week because this was literally a carbon copy of the Suicune. Exactly. The whole episode was Suicune, man.
I kind of want you to put him falling down these steps right now.
I could do one if you want me to.
Well, like you can have that done while we talk about preview.
Yes,
yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Actually, before we continue, though, I do have two things I wanted to bring up real quick.
Go ahead.
Number one, this is the way you described this episode, Tyrone, was in TSS as well. Kind of reminded me of a saying I kept saying a bajillion times before.
Yeah.
Or it's like you could like the beginning and you could like the direction it's going and the middle. But then when you get to the ending, and if it doesn't live up to what the first two do, everything kind of just sort of crumbles down at the end. And honestly, that's just kind of how I felt with this Absol episode. I just really, I still found it entertaining. I still found it fun to watch.
Yep.
I'm just saying from the story aspect, especially for the focus Pokemon being Absol, it crumbled itself down to the ground on that part. But still, once again, enjoyable, which is why I still give it like a 7 at the end of it all. But Richie, we never get a chance to hear from you, buddy. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the episode yourself. If you did, what do you got to say?
You want honesty here?
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't really. It's the same thing. It's a carbon copy, but it's just a little bit better. You guys nailed it perfectly. I don't know what else to say about the episode. I think it was one of the few, or actually not one of the few, more like a lot more than that, where I just didn't care.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Well, you know what? In fact, since CS is talking about the preview, why don't we let you be the first one to talk a little bit about the preview then? Next week's episode, being the one happening later, this one, is a very significant deal. I know Terrell probably is like the only person from the BW series who's probably
he's the only motherfucker that can really be happy for this. Y'all are fake.
I was gonna say I think we talked about this in groups. We never talked about it on the pod. I certainly believe that Terrell's excitement for this episode is the only one to me that's justifiable. He's the only one that stuck with Iris the entire way through. Like, I like her to a degree. But I'm not like a giant Iris fan.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine with her because she improved in terms of like the Aoyuki developed her character very well at the as the series progressed. So I never really hated her. I mean, I was perfectly satisfied and perfectly fine. That's like, she's good. I mean, she ranks pretty well in terms of like the female travel companions. Never hated her. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
So we get the preview and then first few things that come to mind is like, okay, we see first of all, we see a random Axew just on the ground, and I'm like, what is that evolve? Did it evolve? Did it not? What was going on? And then we see the gag where the old gag where Go throws the ball and then freaking Iris is in the tree. So we have that. The Axew is a random one.
Yeah.
Sure. We're not talking about the Chinese leak because, well, I can't say those two words together in one sentence.
Right.
But I'm basing it on what I've seen.
I didn't even see the Chinese leak, so that's news.
I don't care about it.
Yeah.
But then we see Iris in both her normal clothes and her champion outfit when you see in the battle. Also, just to see, cuddle up with the Pikachu. That was really fun to watch in terms of the preview. And then you see, the Dragonite. That's the one scene that everybody wanted to talk about from the earlier preview.
Yeah, the cuddle.
And the cuddle one, and it's like, I will say that I'm really looking forward to this. There are going to be some already some questions, and the whole legality of the whole thing, where it's like, well, Sashi's going to use Iris to freaking go to the next freaking level, and then that's going to be the one that's I the fate is pretty much sealed at this point, as far as I can tell. But I'm going to try to enjoy it. I'm going to say, okay, we already know that as long as it doesn't turn out like a job fucking shit like Karina, then I'll be okay with it.
I think for a lot of us, we can always tell when a certain fight's gonna happen and how it's gonna result. I mean, like for many of us with gym battles, we always know how the gym battles tend to kind of play out. It's just a matter
It's like,
of,
yeah, it's either gonna lose the first time and go back, or
or
it's
just
gonna
straight up win at
eventually.
that moment.
Well, it's good. It's like playing the fucking video game. You lose, you can't progress the story unless you win.
Yeah. So it's like, listen, if I already know how it's gonna play out, then instead of just focusing on that, let's focus on, will this episode deliver in our expectations for what they're gonna
All
do.
right, Iris, come on, stand behind Karina and the "We trained so hard for this" line.
Don't worry, it's perfectly fine.
Stand right,
But
stand behind. We don't care how much you work. Just stand right there. Watch your Dragonite get beat by a level 2 one. Like, the fuck?
yeah,
Level
so
2 Kupianis.
yeah, so let's start talking about it. Why don't we? So the fight's gonna go down. It's looking to be a 2v2, at least judging for the preview. And
I'm more interested to see what Iris's other Pokemon is.
The other
Like,
Pokemon is gonna be.
yeah, I don't give a shit about the Dragonite. I'm gonna be honest with you.
everybody knows that. I think it's gonna
Because
be.
everybody and their mama knows it's the Dragonite.
I know a lot of people are thinking it's gonna be Haxorus. Or it's probably gonna be what's the Excadrill? I honestly think it's gonna be a Mulga.
If it's a Moga, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh,
No offense,
no.
Ben. No offense,
No,
Ben.
because-
It's just not
no.
a Dragon type.
No, because we're gonna see M again for the first time in like fucking million fucking years.
Again, but it's not a fucking Dragon type.
I know. The anime doesn't
Not
care.
Dragon type.
Not a dra- Oh, I wouldn't mind not Garchomp so much, but Gabite. I think Gabite would be good. Like, she caught Gibble, it evolved into Gabite. That's fine.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I want to see the
Yeah.
goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because
we just
because
got
there's only one person in the series that needs to have the Garchomp, and
yeah, his name's Ash. Where the hell
Well,
is
yeah,
Ash?
also, if Iris has a Garchomp, then it's going to overshine the Dragonite.
well, it's also gonna overshine. It's also gonna fucking overshine Cynthia, and that's not gonna look good.
Well, shit, Dragonite like, there's a bunch of trainers with Dragonites. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
All right,
Maybe,
but
maybe indirect reference. I don't know. If they decided to do the Garchomp, maybe she's just like, oh,
Well,
maybe I was inspired from the last time I saw Cynthia, so here's what I'm doing.
the only thing obviously I'm gonna be salty about is the fact that Dent is not here. But of course, Mamoru Miyano wants $1 billion fucking dollars. and he
Well,
does.
you want
If
that
that
big boy
flashback-
cash, man.
If that flashback is any indication, hopefully.
I'll tell you this much, going slightly off topic. Daiki Yamashita has become the Mamoru Miyano of this generation.
Oh, most definitely. This man is on almost everything. This man's
Yes.
on the $1.50 show we talked about earlier ago. He's on Iruma-kun, I believe. He's on the 7 Nights one as well, I think.
Yeah, and then Rika is also on that.
Yeah,
as well,
which
I
is
think.
such a rare thing. People might not notice, but Rika Matsumoto is also in that as well. As I think like a old dragon dude. But like
Dragon dude.
I'm gonna just say this right now, man. Hearing Rika kind of go for like the mature male voice, bro. We're robbed of adult Satoshi. I just want to say that it's just so good. It's like basically how everybody would want to Goku in Japan to sound like. It's so
Damn.
fucking good, man. It really is.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the original VH. It's just me goofing off around here. But like for real, I enjoyed what I saw and very excited to see where things are gonna go for this episode. Though I really can't contribute much to this because honestly, what more is there to be said on something that has already been said a dozen times? We already knew
Well,
this
and
was
also
coming.
we have. I mean, we already have like the huge article in Anime Age, and
Yeah, there were
we
so
have the
many
preview. We
interviews,
have
so many
yeah.
Yep.
spoiler talks, so many
Mhm.
discussions here, left and
Mhm.
right. Like, what
Mhm.
new could I give to the table that I haven't said before
Yeah,
in
my
the
only
past?
thing is like it's one episode, so I'm just saying people don't expect the entirety of Best Wishes to show up in one episode. It's just an
Too
episode.
late. Too
It's
late.
Ash. Yeah, I know, Richie. It's too late, but it's just Ash fighting Iris, and
Yeah.
it's just hey, y'all remember this, right? Like it's literally like that's the episode. And so it's also hey, they both have Dragonites. Make their Dragonites fight. It'll be funny. Like that's the plot. And we already get an episode of Go starting off trying to catch Axu, so we're already shaving time off of like their eventual battle. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know why exactly. Why 2v? Like I don't know. I feel real justice would have been if it was a 3v3. I think a 3v3 would have been nice. Would have been a nice like, hey, this is it, Ash versus Iris. But no, we get a 2v2 and it feels awkward.
And it's supposed to be the thing that helps Ash get to the top 100.
Oh yeah, because honestly, I don't think she needed to be in the world championship ranking thing. I kind of wish they had just fought because fuck it. Like they're the type of trainers that would do that.
Hey, we're amigos. We can do it, right? No.
Yeah, I feel like they could just, fight, like battle because fuck it, why not? I mean, other trainers have done it. Ash battled Dawn when she came back to Best Wishes because of fuck it. And
Yeah, so
Dawn's
why
not
can't
even a
this guy?
trainer, she's a coordinator. Like they fought because screw it, nothing better to do. Like I'm sorry, Iris and Ash seem like both battling trainers, so it's like, oh, we see each other, let's fight, let's see how far we've gotten. But no, they're fighting because Ash needs to make his number go higher or lower, I guess in this case.
he
Ranking
needs to
go
be up
high.
in the
With this
ranks.
Yeah, his
goddamn
ranking,
consistent-
yeah. Well, Iris is gonna go higher, and people are gonna be pissed.
That's because we want more Maxwell powers because we love him.
yeah.
Pokemon World Championship.
Fucking
I really feel like I wish Terrell was here because, like, I feel like he's the only one that can really like give actual input.
Yeah, because as the
Well,
best
wait
wishes
for next
stands,
week.
he's the one that I think has like
Yeah,
a lot of the nods. I
Connoisseur.
mean,
Well,
he
he
was,
has. Well, he's like the lore. I mean, you have
Yeah.
to remember that it's like
yeah.
doing
He
this
just-
shit for like 11 fucking years. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's the one that would be
Mhm.
able to like fully encapsulate like the feeling of what's happening right now. Because to
Yeah.
me, I watched Best Wishes and I thought it was alright. It had its problems, but I also knew like the problems that came because of its problems. I take it into consideration, but I don't know. There's nothing I can ever say that's gonna hit the nail on the head for me in terms of
You want to know the best way to say it? It's like how you tend to make a lot of references, Tyrone, to X and Y with certain aspects of the show. Like,
yeah,
sometimes the
I can
character
cite
can
my
do a move.
source. Yeah.
Like maybe Terrell is like the only one who could like remember a move combination or something that both Ash and Iris did before in the past that only
Yeah.
he can remember that he think would be a cool thing to incorporate into this episode. If you recall in X and Y, like how Ash and Clement when they fought each other again in the rematch, they mimicked the same beginning parts that they had. When
Yeah, it was a callback to episode 1. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so I mean, like something like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, and don't get it wrong. Like, I'm not one of those people that's just like, she's coming back. To me, her coming back, it's an interesting choice, but at the exact same time, callback characters and journeys, it feels like it's always half done to me, and I'm only referencing it based off of what we got. I'm using I'm using the callbacks that we've gotten already as a reference point to here's how we get underplayed. And obviously, yes, I am still licking my wounds off of the Karina shit, but still, I just like even Chuck and other characters, I've just been like, okay, they're back. So, like the show hasn't done a good enough job to make me go, oh shit, I remember when that happened. I loved when that character came back because it added this.
Yes.
Like, name something one character has added since coming back to the show. All right, then, my point.
Here's a nice shiny W.
I miss
Yeah,
PNG Surge.
yeah, I miss PNG Surge. I'm sorry. I just
God
don't
damn.
know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sound so defeated. I just don't have an opinion.
No, none of us do. Honestly, the
No.
only one who
Nah.
I
Not a
think
true
can
one.
is Terrell, and even then, we have to wait until the full episode drops itself
He's
to get
not
it.
here.
Yeah,
He did say that this one was a make it or break it type of deal. Like if this
Oh yeah,
flops,
yeah. If they
he
flop
did
this,
say,
he's done. He's the journey
yep,
ends for him.
the journey starts today for real, man.
not for him.
Man, this is
The
a
journey to the unemployment office.
Nah, but like, yeah, I'm curious because
journey, man. Eat a dick.
I did notice that when the Iris episode clip came in, he was in a very positive mood, especially seeing
Yeah.
champion form Iris though.
Yes.
I did also
Yeah.
say that to Ebo.
Love you,
If
Terrell.
Iris and Gary mess this up, then I'm really gonna drop it. But I'm really starting to enjoy what I'm seeing in the preview. But of course, as we always state before in almost every single discussion, this
Hype
is
with
journey.
caution.
Well, no, aside from that, this is journeys we're talking about.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
hype with
that.
caution. This is
That's my
journeys.
quote too. Yeah, this is journeys we're talking about. That's my quote too. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Well, I say it often too. I think in the
I
reactions.
think we both
Should have
adopted
copyrighted.
it.
Yeah,
I think we
let me copyright that shit.
It's journeys we're talking about. Come on now.
Exactly. So, well, we'll see how things play out, but I'm really curious to see how it's going to go down. I'm liking that it's looking entertaining, like from an
Lowered
entertainment file.
expectation.
Yeah,
I'm thinking to myself, the entertainment value I think is going to be at the absolute top. Now, let's hope that narrative can continue to compete with that as well. That is one we'll have to wait and find out when the episode drops later this week. So this week's reaction, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. If you want to check out my reaction to that, you can always follow me here on this channel and then tune in on Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be doing the reaction to the episode of PM 2019. Why is it May 10th, everybody? I thought it was May 7th. unless I'm.
No, I think they're probably thinking of the pod next week because that's.
yeah. The pod is on May.
Ah,
10th.
yes.
Yeah, on a
We're going
Monday.
to get our review for that at that point.
Yeah, it's May 10th.
And
Yes.
hopefully we'll get Terrell for that one because I really do want to hear his take on the episode. I know he's going to probably do his own separate review, but sometimes there are some things you do in a review and some things you do differently in the
Well,
pod.
then again, no. But by the time he comes on here, he's already gonna have the review out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll probably hear more extended talk on that. But make sure to follow
Yeah.
Terrell on his YouTube channel when he does upload it because I think out of everybody to kind of be
Yeah,
looking forward to.
schizomanic.
Yeah, it's this man, Terrell. So make sure to follow him then. So I think now would be the appropriate time for us to go and wrap things up for tonight, but not necessarily as well, because the way we're going to be doing is, as usual, we're going to be talking a little bit about what's going to go down for this week here tonight on the Twitch channels.
One thing, since we're still on the topic of the episode with Iris and stuff, Professor Silver, he actually did an episode covering Iris's Dragonite. He did that specifically because,
Iris is Dragon.
yeah, Iris.
Yeah.
So I think you guys may be getting a double feature. He's gonna do Iris's Dragonite he did Iris's Dragonite the entire analysis. So you can go to his channel, Professor Silver, and watch it. And then he's gonna do a double back on Iris's Dragonite after the episode. So you actually get
an addendum.
Yeah, an addendum. Yeah, he's going to do an addendum video too. So make sure you guys go check out both Irish Dragonites, but obviously you can't check out the second one because it hasn't happened yet. But you can watch the first one because it's up on his channel. So you can, if you guys want full closure on Irish's Dragonite and what it's been through, watch that. Now we can get into the stuff in the week.
All right. Well, as you guys already know, Tuesdays is usually my favorite kind of day. Why? It's Mario Party Day, I'd like to think. Tyrone, what are we doing for tomorrow?
We're fighting Mario and Peach's bitch ass.
Man, you really still are mad over what Peach did to you last time.
The bitch. Like, the audacity. I can't.
To make a long story short, Peach actually stole Tyrone's win and gave it to me.
Can't stand her.
Yeah, so that poor Tyrone in that part. I felt bad for the lad.
Smash Brothers, I love Peach.
Listen, man. It's all funny games until you bring out the board.
That's all it takes to change your whole view on a character is to start up Mario Party.
Indeed, man. So I believe the next time we return in Mario Party, since we completed Space, we're gonna be moving on into Mystery Land. I believe. I think it's either Mystery Land or Wizard Land.
Yeah, and then we'll also
Wizard 101.
Pokemon Y. So we'll be continuing our Y Nuzlocke run.
Indeed. So tomorrow is going to mainly all be on Tyrone's channel. I might be doing a live stream of the Mario Party on my channel tomorrow as well here, but it's mainly just going to be just for recording purposes, just so I can upload them later onto YouTube. Since I like to do that, to archive the stuff. So do make sure 100% go to Tyrone's channel. You see his facial reactions and all that jazz over there. You'll have a good time. And anything else I'm missing off the top of my head, though? Let's see. Wednesday. What do you guys have for Wednesday?
Archie, what do you got on your schedule for this week?
I actually have yet to make it, which I'm going to do right after this. So if you're curious about my schedule and when I stream and stuff, pay attention to my Twitter account, rfrd97, for more updates in regards to such.
All right, and then
on Thursdays tend to just kind of be the freebie day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Throwdown Thursday on my channel. I'm thinking I might do Pokemon. I'm thinking I might do Pokemon, try to build a team and just do some online matches. I know they changed the rules a little bit, but Wednesday we've got the new Pokemon Snap, which I'm surprised we haven't talked about. Everybody,
because I don't have it.
Well, hold on. I'm not talking about us, TSS. I'm talking about like the critical view of the people that I've been seeing on Twitter and shit. Because people have unanimously agreed the game's good. It's like the one Pokemon game where everybody's like, oh yeah, then fuck them. Like it's just a good game. Like everybody's just been in this weird unanimous harmony. I think it's because there's no stakes for it to be like bad. It's just taking pictures of Pokemon. Like there's no way it can be bad. I mean,
I hate it.
It can be bad. It can be bad. I'm saying like there's no pressure for it to be good. So it's just
Wouldn't Sword and Shield love to have that?
It's literally just, hey, here's a nice calm game where you take pictures of Pokemon. You can play some lo-fi music if you want. Like it's cool. Like it's just calm, cool, collected. Take pictures of Pokemon. Like there's very few to complain about with the new game. So I'm hearing like everybody like pretty on board, and I'm looking forward to playing it on Wednesday. Why do you hate it?
I hate it because it's not supporting the Labo camera feature. How the hell does it not support the Labo, the thing that the camera was built for, on a game that focuses on snapping and taking pics and having that shit uploaded to the interwebs?
Labo is dead.
It's dead. I know they considered it discontinued, but there have been things before in the past that have been discontinued, but those who had the product can still reap the benefits for owning said product. So I think it would have been smart of them. In fact, I think it would have been the best thing to do had they had a Pokemon Snap X Labo collaboration and had the camera thing be a bundle. That would have been cool to have played it with then. And I think people would appreciate the cardboard scene a little bit more with Pokemon Snap. It literally built for it, and it's not even being used.
Well,
KG also hates it. Now, don't worry. It doesn't have Zorua, but it does have Suba Juniors in there. And that, honestly, in itself already gives it a benefit of the doubt and an honest 10-10 score right there.
The man said it himself. 1 out of 10.
With that being said, this game's shite. So
I do not rent. Don't look at it.
Go to your local Blockbuster, find out more deets on this game and how you can print it out. But that's all I got to say on it.
Oh, wait.
Once again, on Friday night, though, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, we're going to be doing a reaction to the latest episode of PM 2019, the Ash vs. Iris episode. Let's see how it turns out. And then, of course, TSS, I know you have things on Friday, too.
That's right. Tales of Symphonia Part 14 coming up Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight. And we're going to do Snap on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So check me out, TSS_Killer on Twitch, TSS Killer without the underscore on Twitter.
And as for me, we will be doing Persona on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be migrating to TSS's stream of Pokemon Snap. But then after that on Sunday, we'll be doing our regular Persona 5 Royal stream from 7 to 11 Central Time. So that's how we got the week going out there.
Ooh, I got some new features. There's a T-Pain option now.
Do it.
Hold on.
Do it.
Let me see if I can.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Well, it would have to be on the OBS too.
Let's we can pick up some last minute shit to talk about. From what we see here, I don't see anything on 1 second. I want to see if there anything on the we talked about Raihan last week, didn't we? On Pokemon Master.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so nothing big about that. And then let's see. I don't think we have any news on the game for real. I know, like Series 9, Pokemon Sword and Shield Series 9 is coming out. That's exactly why I'm gonna go on Throwdown Thursdays and play Sword and Shield and just test out the new rules and see what they are, build a team around them, and we'll do some online fights from there, and see how that goes. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
God damn it, Kevin.
Oh, dude, I have an echo. Oh, God. That's horrible. Let's try
Helium. Hello. How do I sound now?
I can't. I physically can't.
No.
Oh my god, I want to try out all these. Hold on a second.
Oh my god.
Lost faith in humanity.
He sounds like the wedgie guy.
Oh no, what happened to my voice now?
He sounds like
It's taking over him.
Hey, hello there, everybody.
Hey, like I said, we have to make a cover behind the mask now.
Oh man, there's a cute mod. What's cute?
All right, let's take a look. This is not cute, but well, how do you describe this? It's not cute, is it?
This is somebody else's voice. You just stole someone else's.
Daft Punk.
He's a Valley boy now, motherfucker.
Exactly. Like you stole some other streamer's voice, and now you're. Oh god! He's trapped in the well.
to my voice now?
He's trapped in the well again. Somebody get him.
Really, I'm loving all these mods.
All right.
All right,
Well,
so here we go. Let's veto.
let's end this. Otherwise, we're gonna hit this loopy ass stage of voice impressions, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, you're the king of that shit. Come on.
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll use that as the excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you say, Taran? Wrap it up for tonight.
Yep. Let's do it. All right. TSS, say the shit.
Wait, no. Let KG say his shit.
He has to
Oh,
say.
yeah, so-
Kevin has to say it first.
Oh,
Vince.
You
Yeah,
said
don't
you're-
worry. I was just turning off the voice mod, so thank you guys for helping me with just that, for just stalling for just a couple seconds. But now that I got this out of the way, thank you everybody for tuning in for tonight's session of the PokePod World Podcast. If you guys enjoyed tonight's session, make sure to continue following us here on Twitch. Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts, and make sure to follow us on our Twitch channels. And that way you'll be notified whenever we're going to go live and play whatever the hell we're going to be playing. So, with that being said, where's our Suicune beat up? I just realized that is a true point you brought up. I'm surprised that we never got a chance to see the Suicune get his ass beat up in this scene whatsoever. So let's fix that, actually. Let's use this as a way to kind of wrap things up for tonight, why don't we? So, let me go and fit this on screen. Here you go, everybody. Now you guys can enjoy the Suicune go over there. He accidentally tripped and somehow fell off the stairs. Just gonna go straight to the abyss.
Yeah, fell over the guardrail.
Yeah, how does he fall over the guard? No, you know what he did? He tried to jump from that right side and tried to get land on the other, but he hit the wall.
Look at as athletic as he thought he was.
Exactly. So there you go. Now he's just gonna fall to his doom, and you see Go waving
Black
to
Friday TV for
Suicune.
that man.
All right, but there you go, everybody. So we hope you guys.
There's another one. I kind of wanted you to put Suicune in front of the steam blowing up, so Go's like, now choose.
Maybe later, man. We'll do that.
When you have to make choices.
Absol it is.
All right, guys. Let's
Yeah.
Well, time to get Latin American Twitter again.
Yeah, so everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll talk with all you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody, and as always, make sure to have yourself an awesome day. And TSS, what do you normally tell us?
Wash your fucking hand.
And have a good night, everybody. We'll speak with you guys then. Take care.
Baby.